How do you respond to this? I believe that science and personal experience contribute to knowledge.
I believe that the science, just even in the 17 years since I've been diagnosed, the knowledge and the science understanding of the factors that may or may not be contributing to the onset of MS and the progression of MS have changed enormously, has grown enormously. And I also believe that, outside the scientific field, the ways that people have found to manage their MS symptoms or to modify their diet or whatever, have also increased the body of knowledge out there about it, so that if you're diagnosed in 2020, it's different than being diagnosed in the year 2000.
Yeah, I think it starts with personal experience, doesn't it? Because we wouldn't know anything about MS if people wouldn't have come to doctors or hospitals. It's like, these things are the things I am experiencing, and it can be something that we can measure, or that can just be things people tell us. But in the end, what researchers do and what doctors do, and basically what the whole medical field is doing, is based on these personal experiences. So I think it's very important, because it's basically the starting point of everything.
But it's hard because scientists might not have that lived experience, so how will they be able to link it up together unless they actually work with them? Because most of the scientists that I work with, they don't know anything about it. For example, I didn't know anything about MS till I was working on this.
If you think about MS research holistically, we do the ground roots biology. You can't ask a B cell a question, but you can certainly ask a person living with MS about their experiences. So that's why we need both in balance and in collaboration with each other. So absolutely.
Both has its merits, and we just need to make sure that we keep them separate and not taking like a one-off anecdote as scientific.
There's going to be enough variation across the participants, across the patients, the people with MS, that you have to consider the individuals as well. There's got to be some subjective information to help with the objective analysis.
There are some things that science cannot explain now.
Yes, that's why we're here, isn't it? There are things that we just don't know, so we need to research them, and I think that's the foundation of science, really, that there's things we don't know and we want to find them out.
So it seems to me that implicit within that statement there's the idea or the expectation that in the long run, given enough time, science will be able to explain those things, but I believe that there may well be things that science never explains, because you answer one question, it opens a door, asks another question, and it's a sort of a chain effect.
The mistakes in science have come about from a hubris where science has assumed that perhaps we know a lot more than we do, and I think from what I understand, which is limited, I'll grant you, I fully acknowledge, but my limited knowledge is science seems to be doing the best job of demonstrating exactly how much we don't know as opposed to how much we do.